Senator Martha McSally is in the center ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to the Conservative Circus with James T. Harris.
Senator Martha McSally has been traveling with a team of Trump this week. We want to tap in and find out what's been going on. Senator, welcome to the center ring. What are you hearing from we the people as you're hanging out with President Trump?
Hey, thanks, James T. Thanks for having me on. We're about to start a Women for Trump bus tour up here in Flagstaff, going down to Yavapai County, then Maricopa County. But as I've been traveling with President Trump himself, I'll tell you, this is a choice election, as you know. Who do you trust to get the economy going again? He laid this out in his speech. Who do you trust to keep you and your family safe? And that includes taking on China, securing our border, ensuring we have public safety. And we're now 62 days away from the most consequential election of our lifetime. People are excited. They are motivated. They know this is a tipping point election for both the president and then my race with the Senate majority. I'm what's standing in the way of Chuck Schumer being in charge. And we're going to win this thing, but we got to go fight it out, and we need everybody engaged.
Martha, Senator McSally, I'm sorry. we hang out down in Tucson, and we're dealing with Mark Kelly. I remember Worldview when you first said that one of the angles that you were going to take was Mark Kelly's Chinese angle. I was like, okay, what's that all about? But then recently, we find out that Worldview, where they were like sending balloons up into space that was based in Tucson, was being funded with a lot of Chinese money. And the Chinese connection to Mark Kelly is a serious one when we consider, Biden's Chinese connections and all these things.
Yep.
I think you've really tapped into something really big that the American people, or more importantly, the people of Arizona need to know about.
Yes, I think Americans are waking up to the threat of China after they unleashed this virus on us. But they are trying to replace us and dominate the world in their vision. And we've had the political elite, the elite in America that have been participating in this, like Mark Kelly, like Joe Biden. So he co-founded this company. He personally went over there to get Tencent, which is a Chinese state-owned enterprise close to the Chinese government, to invest in his company right here in Tucson. And then, of course, they promised a bunch of jobs and took taxpayer money and, laid a bunch of people off and never delivered. But the fact that he is doing business with, Chinese companies close to the Chinese government, and that's just one of his many business ventures with connections to China. I'm standing up to China. I'm, ensuring that they're held accountable for unleashing this virus, and we bring manufacturing jobs home, and he's doing business with them, and that's a really important choice for people to understand in Arizona as they're going to the ballot box.
We have Senator Martha McSally in the center ring of the Conservative Circus. You have called on Mark Kelly to debate, but I'm hearing that might not happen. What would they say if he challenged you to a debate and you said, I don't think so? What would they say if the roles were reversed?
Of course, it would be a double standard as usual. Look, now more than ever, especially because he's been hiding in a bunker, next to Joe Biden, and thinks that he's just going to get coronated as a senator with, Chuck Schumer trying to buy this election with the tens of millions of dollars. It's more important than ever that Arizonans know the implications of their choice. My voting record is on display every single day. People know what I stand for. They know what I've been fighting for. But he's a Trojan horse. He's hiding, putting up, his slick ads, and then, he will go in and vote for Chuck Schumer, and they will ram through this radical agenda, which is why he needs to debate me. We've challenged him to 7 debates. And James T., I'm starting to think that he's scared of a girl.
Senator McSally, there seems to be growing momentum for you. How do you explain that?
Well, I think, people are realizing the implications of this choice. What kind of America do you want to live in? One where you have freedom to be anything you want to be, where we have a strong economy, we cut your taxes, your Second Amendment rights are protected and all your constitutional rights. We're an independent-minded people standing up to China. Or do you want to live in America where the radical left takes over, raise your taxes, socialism, open borders, green bad deal, defund the police, take away your Second Amendment rights? That's that's what's at stake here. This isn't just about whether you like an astronaut or a fighter pilot. It's whether you want to preserve our freedoms or you want a hard left turn. And that's why I think as people are engaged, they're realizing how crucial this is for the state and the country. And Arizona is with us. We just need to fight it out, and we need everybody's support.
Senator, I have one more question for you. I see these campaign commercials, and you have rancher John Ladd there, and he is really speaking very highly on you, on behalf of you. And I know John Ladd. I've talked to him out in Washington, D.C., and I talked to the other ranchers out there as well, and they all absolutely back you 100%. I want to give you the opportunity to tell my audience why that is.
Thanks, James T. John Ladd and all these ranchers are just great Americans. I'm honored to have their support. It's because they have seen what I've done to lead on border security. Since I represented in the House, border security is national security. They've seen a change because we've put resources. We're building the border wall. We're giving the Border Patrol what they need. And it's impacting the security of their families and their ranches and their livelihoods. So it's not just talk, it's action. And I've got a record on leading to secure our border, and I'm going to keep doing it in the Senate.
Senator Martha McSally, I want to thank you very much for the time you spent with us today. And those ranchers, that's real. I'm not playing.